Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with Hillary.
Hi guys!
And I actually met her for the first time via text thanks to Beauty by Design. I know I've hinted at what Beauty by Design is, but Hillary's here to kind of help me explain what that is, as well as answer some of your questions about skincare. So really excited to have you. Thank you for coming on.
I'm so excited to meet with you in person.
Beauty by Design is an online, what would you even call it?
It's your very own concierge service for skincare. You can actually talk to an esthetician. Like, I'm literally looking at your photo, listening to what you tell me about your skin, and helping you find the right ingredients.
So you'll log on and then you will fill out your profile. There's like a little skincare survey. The best part is you take a selfie of your face, like with no makeup, if possible, by natural light.
Yep.
And then you submit that as well. And there's a $15 fee, but if you decide to purchase products, that $15 goes towards your products. But if not, you still get a consultation from a licensed esthetician, and you get that for how long?
Forever.
Forever?
I mean, basically forever. I literally read your consultation. I know what climate you're in. I know what your concerns are. Have you had a baby? Are you like thinking about getting pregnant? Are you getting older? Like, what is going on in your life? You can be totally honest with me and you can follow up.
We were assigned kind of like through the system, and then you asked me a couple more questions after seeing my photo and my concerns.
Exactly.
We talked a little bit about what I was currently using and what I was nervous about potentially testing, and then you gave me kind of my little routine, which I was so baffled at how simple the routine was.
Yes, well that's the thing.
I have it.
Yeah, she has. So that's the thing that most people don't realize. It doesn't have to be complicated. And you know, I've been an esthetician for 15 years, and that's one of the reasons that I joined Beauty by Design, because it keeps it really simple and it keeps it really real. Like, send me your photo, tell me about your life. We have over 90 different formulas, so I can absolutely help you find something that's gonna work for you and make a difference. Whether we weave it into your existing products, if you're using a prescription, it doesn't matter. Your core products are the most meaningful things that are gonna make a difference in your skin.
And what I did was I did kind of test Hillary, because I don't always believe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, really $15 and I get access to a credible licensed esthetician. You didn't make me feel bad for using other brands.
No way.
That's what's really important. You love your skincare routine, and I was really happy with my current one, but I obviously wanted to test out this brand specifically because it's so affordable. I have a lot of friends who don't want 5-6 steps. 3 steps is even pushing it. I love that you can just pay the $15 to be a part of it and have access to a reputable esthetician. That's really important, because then you could be at the store and be like, hey, when you said
it happens
this
all the time. And because we communicate via text, it happens all the time. Girl, I'm gonna be talking to you about your skin forever. Like, I'm in this with you.
You started me on this 3-step system. First thing is, I could not believe how much I love this cleanser. Because, you know, cleansers are like, okay, cool. I have a couple makeup removing like melts that I love.
I can rave about it for days. Tell me what you like about it.
Okay, first of all, I noticed an immediate difference in my skin texture, but I think it's a combination of all 3 products. It removes everything I need it to remove, even residue of makeup. If I'm wearing a full face, I do remove that first. It sent me a pump.
Yeah.
That's like really important to me. The way it smells, and I hate like perfumey things in my skincare, but everything is
botanical.
Yeah,
there's no fragrance in here. Like, when you're smelling this, that's neroli.
This is like almost done.
And here's a tip. If you take this and have a dry face, and for yourself, when you're wearing a lot of makeup, just put a little in the palm of your hand, add a drop or 2 of water, massage it onto a dry face, your makeup is gone. And then you can do a second cleanse if you need to, and you don't need like a cleansing oil. So
this is the treat number 535. It's like, it's non-drying, it doesn't burn, it doesn't irritate, like it doesn't do anything bad, but I did notice my skin was smoother, less red, and plumper. And then I always get a lot of congestion right here. It does not matter how often I go get facials.
Right.
Give me a week, I'll fill it back up. Yeah. And I noticed like it wasn't as bad in between my extractions.
Sure.
I really love this too, and this kind of is perfect for replacing a lot of the other things I was using in that moment.
Okay, so did you find that it's doing double duty? It's multitasking for you?
Yeah.
If any of you out there feel like you're getting the same product, if you get 535, it's because I can give this to almost anyone for different issues. If someone has acne, if they have rosacea, if they're cuperose, there are different ingredients in this product that help to address each one of those concerns in a way that ultimately is going to reduce cellular inflammation. Inflammation is the thing that people don't understand. It's the underlying cause of whatever else manifests. If it's going to be a rash, if it's a breakout, if it's an irritation, all the way into rosacea or any sort of a contact dermatitis, it's your skin being inflamed, and it happens not only at the level of your skin, but at a cellular level inside of your body all the way through. So the second that you start to reduce cellular inflammation, no matter what you have going on with your skin, everything is going to get better.
I do have pretty sensitive skin.
Yes.
And you were so great at giving me actives that were okay for that.
Right. Number one thing, if you use Beauty by Design for nothing else, talk to us to just figure out what's going on with your skin. You're gonna know more when you go into any beauty department, when you go into my skincare foundation, anything. Not a lot of people have access or financial ability because, let's face it, seeing an esthetician can be expensive. And that's the thing that's cool, is that it's $15.
I can't believe, I'm still like in check. I was like, when does it expire? Is 15 a year? No, 15 so far right now.
We have a relationship, so when am I going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, we're not friends anymore?
You can't text me anymore. I block your number.
Like, that's not going to happen.
Pretty much. Just blocking unless you repay.
Oh, I'm sorry, your $15 is up. No, hi, we are, like, I'm invested in you as much as you're invested in me. Okay. So, it's kind of a forever thing. I have your cell phone number. You have my number. You can reach me anytime. And it becomes very personal because there is that intimacy. You can send me a picture of a pimple or a wrinkle or like, oh my gosh, what is this? And I can be like, ooh, even if I don't know, let me see what I can find out. And I'm right there for you.
I'm a product junkie. I get access to pretty much anything and everything I want. So when these arrived, I couldn't believe the price point because I think everything was just under $100, which is really good for the quality of the ingredients. It's cruelty-free.
Totally cruelty-free. And you're not paying for the store. You're not paying for a shelf. We actually really bridge the gap between being wildcrafted and cosmeceutical without compromise. We buy very consciously based on how things are created and the quality of the ingredient.
And I can tell.
Well, you have access to ingredients that are going to be good. You have access to me. And again,
and you work within budget. You work within budget.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the most important things. I have clients that come to me and they start out and they're like, I can only spend this much. This is something I love. We work within that. Yeah. If it grows, or I've had clients that started out using 4, 5, 6 products and they say, my lifestyle's changed, or I have to, save a little money. What if I can only spend $55? What are the key things that I need to have? I'll help you figure that out. And I'll help you find things outside of Beauty by Design that won't mess up your skin to keep your skin healthy until you can go back to using more or whatever. I mean, again, it's a relationship.
I actually sourced some questions to ask Henry.
Oh yeah, you guys had some good questions.
What I did was I took the questions asked more frequently or more often. The questions that I got asked the most and kind of condense that. What is the best way to treat texture problems like bumpy skin, enlarged pores, etc.?
I'm going to sound like a broken record, but the most important thing, know your skin type. Texture, bumpy, it's more about what you don't do than what you do. So when it comes to texture, being realistic is the most important thing, because it's not going to happen overnight. Unless you're doing laser surgery or something very dramatic and very costly, you're not going to see a difference overnight, but you will see a difference if you're consistent and you are patient. So number one is do not overdo it. Don't over scrub, don't over rub, don't over burn, peel, because then you're just going to be dealing with inflammation that can cause scarring and it can really make you more sun sensitive. So you can absolutely heal and reduce texture. You just have to do it slowly and be realistic.
Question number 2, what products do you recommend for dark circles? I would like to say ingredients to look for.
We're going to talk about 3 things when we talk about dark circles. Number 1, identify. Is it hereditary or are you tired? Most of the time it's going to be hereditary. And if it's hereditary, there are things you can do. You can make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure you're getting enough omega-3 fatty acids in your diet. Make sure your under eye area is hydrated. Also, drink a lot of water. I know that's the most boring thing ever to hear. And also, move around. Get some exercise first thing in the morning. I don't care if it's like 10 jumping jacks, touching your toes. You have lymph nodes in this area of your face. If you sleep on your side, if you sleep on your face, whatever, it's gonna show around your eyes. So get up, get moving, drink some water, let's start there, and then you can incorporate caffeine into your eye product. Not necessarily to drink it. Not necessarily because that's going to dehydrate you.
Yeah.
So like for every cup of coffee, you have 2 glasses of water. But caffeine is actually going to help to improve the microcirculation. There are a number of different herbs and botanicals, but one of the most important things is your application. So when you apply your eye cream, some people, use their ring finger and they kind of go like this. Start here and move upward, outward, and push behind your ears, because what that's going to do is it's going to move the microcirculation. So make sure that you're using something that's gentle, something that is definitely wildcrafted. You don't want to use synthetics around your eyes. You want to use things that are organic, totally bioavailable, because your eye area is such a delicate area. You're going to see that, and that's one of the things that my clients notice using our eye products is they think, gosh, my eyes are just brighter. And it's because they're not using occlusive ingredients. In, up, and out.
How do you tell the difference between a product causing a purge versus causing a breakout?
Know your skin. Because a purge versus a breakout, actually the question is more, are you having a purge or are you having a reaction? Generally, very few people have genuine or allergic reactions to a product. Most often they've been using a product that's full of parabens, it's full of fillers, it's full of basically plastics and things that your skin doesn't recognize that are actually congesting the skin. If you have a skin type that is congested, acne prone, that if you have concerns that you have acne, you probably will experience a purge, because all of these things that are stuck under the skin, all the little bumps, all the little lumps, when you start a clean skincare brand that is not occlusive, all that stuff is going to come out. Here's the good news. It's going to come out, and you might think initially, oh my gosh, I'm breaking out. But look at the texture of your skin and look at the inflammation on the surface of your skin. It's probably going to be very dewy, very fresh. The skin is not going to look angry, but you will notice that some of the things that have been buried under your skin for a very long time will come out. And you have to realize your skin is on a 30-day cycle. It takes 28 to 30 days for your skin to turn over. That pimple or that congested pore, it didn't happen overnight. Been there for a long time. So when people say to me, oh my gosh, I started using a new skincare brand and I broke out. I have a pimple. I can't use this. I'm like, that pimple started weeks ago. And it's, oily with a dry surface. Especially with the skin that's breaking out. And trust me, I've been there. Like, I was on Accutane twice in my mid 20s, because all of a sudden, I changed a birth control pill and my skin went haywire. Anytime that anyone comes to me and they're concerned about breakouts, my heart goes out to them, and I have been there. In the middle of the night, looking in the mirror, being like, oh, I can feel it coming. What am I gonna do? You have to realize that a product isn't gonna make you break out overnight unless you're blistering, you have a reaction, you have a rash, you need to see a doctor. It just doesn't happen. Purging happens with congested skin.
Next question is, are AHA and BHA better to use only at night, like retinol, or can these acids be used in the AM? How often should retinols be used?
You can use AHAs and BHAs in the morning You can use retinol at night. You can use it as often as your skin will tolerate it. The number one thing that you have to do is wear an SPF in a day. I don't care what you're using and what you aren't using. Protect your skin with a physical sunscreen during the day. AHAs and BHAs will actually have antioxidant properties. So they are going to be environmental protectors. So they are going to give you that defense. They aren't going to sensitize your skin like a retinol will. But if you put a retinol on at night, you're still going to be sun sensitive the next day. So the number one thing is an SPF. And this is the only time that I'm going to preach about a Beauty by Design product. And that's 554. I brought you one. It's super lightweight. It dries down matte. It's full of It's full of 3 peptides. So it's actually going to inhibit melanin production. It's going to help to improve existing pigmentation, and it's going to stimulate collagen. So it could actually, this is actually, look at how lightweight this is.
That's so light?
It's so light, and it's a physical sunscreen. I don't know if we need to tell your audience a little bit about the differences between physical and chemical sunscreen.
Well, if they're my audience, they should know.
Yeah, physical sunscreen is keeping all the bad stuff out. It's not even getting in. A chemical sunscreen lets everything get in and then it scatters. We really don't know.
I like to say chemical makes you like a mutant power, apparently.
Okay, thank you.
Because now you're absorbing the harmful things and scattering it. You could like have a shield.
Just have a shield. Like, you don't even want that stuff in you. Why like let it in and then have to kick it out? Just, this is the bouncer at the club that doesn't let the riffraff in. Like, you're not getting in here. Private party.
I can't believe how quick that absorbs.
I know, right? I know. And do you feel? How beautiful is your makeup going to go on top of that?
It's perfect.
It's a primer. It's a makeup primer.
It's so dry it flakes off in the winter no matter what. Do I exfoliate? Do I use face oils?
I'm so glad that you asked about dry skin, because it's a question that we're getting a lot right now. And when people contact me and say, I'm dry, I'm flaky, I'm itchy, my skin feels tight, what that basically tells me is that you aren't nourishing your lipid barrier. You aren't respecting the surface of your skin and you're compromising it. So you're basically itchy, scratchy, you're probably using something that's full of parabens, known irritants, and things that your skin is saying, I don't want this on my face. And again, your skin is your best friend. It's gonna tell you, I don't like this. So if it's dry, if it's irritated, it just needs to be nourished. And that's why we're gonna go more towards, you know, a lightweight, deeply nourishing cleanser with probably some, you know, botanical oils.
That's where you said the oils, like just putting it on top of flaky skin doesn't get there.
It can't penetrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I thought I had dry skin, I was like slapping on the richest creams.
Right,
and I was like,
sure.
I'm like, it still felt drier.
Exactly. Of course it feels dry because it's just sitting and it can't get in there. It's occlusive. You may have even started to have breakouts because you just had the product that like was getting through and it could nothing could actually get out and expirate itself. So that's another reason it's really good to work with an esthetician, because if someone's having a concern, we're going to change your formulas as you go. We're going to work together when you replenish. I might say, hey, I want you to use a different cleanser now because your skin's in a different place. And we're going to continue that relationship.
This is awesome. We could talk forever.
We could.
If you guys are interested in Beauty by Design, I truly think it's a great service. But on top of that, I really love the products themselves that I keep knocking over. Much so that you, I mean, legit, these are half empty, if not more. And that doesn't happen with me. Like, it really doesn't with what I do. It's very rare for me to use up an entire cleanser or a serum. So, and I just can't believe the price point. Like, I really can't.
I know. It's really crazy. I know. I know.
Because I will spend way more on this. I know. I do have a code. It will be across the screen right now, Serein20. And then it is in the description box with a link for you guys to check out the service. Maybe you'll get Hillary.
Yes.
Maybe we
you
don't
can
know.
ask for me.
Okay.
We have a wonderful team of estheticians. We are all continuing our education, which means there are always like new ingredients, new information, new products, new lasers. We're always learning and staying really at the very cutting edge. So,
cool.
yeah.
So check them out seriously. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be great, especially around the holidays. If you want to gift it or if you want to treat yourself.
There's no reason not to.
If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.
Nice to meet everyone.
Bye.
Bye.